Welcome to the WHHI-TV Daily News. I'm Betsy McDaniel. As always, there's a lot to cover in the Lowcountry today, so let's get started with our headlines. Well, it isn't the full tort reform the state Senate agreed to earlier this year, but a compromise to address liquor liability as it pertains to bars and restaurants and the rising insurance premiums they pay has been reached. Current law allows a plaintiff to sue bar owners for the total damages from a drunk driving crash, even if they're only partially responsible, leading to insurance premiums that could put a lot of mom-and-pop restaurants and bars out of business. New legislation would hold establishments only partially responsible and would allow them to reduce the liability insurance that they carry if they take certain actions, like closing earlier than midnight, having employees go through alcohol serving training, and having less than 40% of sales come from alcohol. Negotiators of the deal said they can't guarantee passage, but that they would advocate for the upper chamber to agree to send the bill to the governor's desk. If passed, the law would go into effect in January of 2026 to give insurance companies the time to adjust policies. You've had 20 years to get it done, but as of this week, you'll need a real ID, a little star on your driver's license to get you through airport security or enter a government building or military installation. In response to 9/11, Congress passed the Real ID Act back in 2005, but deadlines were continually pushed back. You need to go to the DMV to get your real ID, unless the state already has the required documents on file, like a birth certificate or passport and 2 proofs of residence. You can go online to the state's DMV website and try to apply that way. If you're not flying, visiting a federal government building, or going to a military base anytime soon, you don't need one, nor do you need one to vote or get federal benefits. It seems there is a weekly update on the development of Pine Island on St. Helena Island, and if we were looking at it as a baseball game, the developers had already struck out once, and now they have strike 2. The Beaufort County Planning Commission has recommended to County Council that Pine Island not be removed from a cultural protection overlay district that is keeping the golf course and home sites from being developed. The project had been scaled back to 49 homes and an 18-hole golf course, and also offered up amenities for area residents. But the Planning Commission felt that removing the project from the overlay, even in a downsized mode, would set a bad precedent for future development. A trip to the county's Natural Resources Committee is next on June 2nd before a full council vote later in the summer. And Hilton Head's Town Council rarely does anything unanimously, but they approved the first reading of next year's budget by a 7-0 vote. Next year's budget is almost $8 million more than this year's $176 million budget, but the town says it can still reduce the tax millage rate, pay off $19 million in debt, contribute $4 million to workforce housing, and $3.3 million to the Gullah Community Development Fund. Helping pay for all that are higher short-term rental fees and beach parking revenue. You can see the budget proposal and learn of future meetings at the town website. And we will get a further update on this from Mayor Perry in just a few minutes. The media sources on your screen will have more on these and other stories, and we would love for you to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram at WHHI-TV. And if you have an idea for a news story, we'd love to hear it, so drop us a line at news@WHHITV.com. And now here's Justin Jarrett with what happened last night in the Lowco.
Hey, it's time for Last Night in the Lowco on WHHI, powered by LowcoSports.com, the fastest 60 seconds in local sports. The high school playoffs continued with a busy slate last night, including the first round of the Class 4A girls soccer playoffs, in which May River and Hilton Head High both cruised to dominant wins. The Sharks routed Brooklyn Casey 12-0, and the Seahawks breezed past Aiken 7-1, with Team Lowco's Wes Kerr capturing the highlights. The girls from Bridges Prep also won big, routing Columbia 11-0 on their new field on campus. The Beaufort Eagles stayed unbeaten in the Class 4A baseball playoffs, as Gunnar Hollingsworth pitched to Jim and Hudson Mullen stayed hot at the plate, going 2 for 4 with an RBI and a 5-2 win at Hartsville. The Eagles await either Hartsville or Bluffton after the Bobcats rallied for a 9-8 win over Darlington to stay alive, while May River fell 7-6 at Airport and faces an elimination game Thursday. There's lots more playoff action on tap tonight, and we'll round up all the scores on the LowcoSports Lowdown, streaming on the Lowco Media YouTube channel. For Lowco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Lowco.
Thanks, Justin. Well, after a quick break, we're going to learn about the top 100 scholars in the school district. Don't go away.